Guys, welcome back. I'm Heather, coming to you from Central Virginia, USA. We finally got rain last night. I'm so excited. I did not have to water anything today for the first time in 3 weeks. I have had no rain for many, many weeks. It's been hot, it's been humid. I think we're finally going to get a break from that heat. So I thought, what better time than to take you guys out to do a garden tour? I haven't done one since late May. Now it's late June. It's June 27th. Let's get out and have a look, but I got to show you something. Look at this. I don't know if it'll work, but I went ahead and picked this artichoke flower. I soaked it in salt water because it had earwigs coming out of it like crazy. And then I'm drying it. It's not completely dry yet, but it's so fuzzy and beautiful. It's a bright, vibrant purple blue. I'm hoping I can keep this. So we'll see. I'll let you know. It's the next morning, and I am just going to do a quick walk around for my late June garden tour. You can see the camellias back in the camellia area. There's heuchera, there's a steel bee. Everyone has suffered in the really high heat we've had. Mr. Tonto. The hydrangea has really taken a little bit of a beating. Yesterday he was all wilted over. But he looks better after the rain we got last night. He looks so much happier. I don't know why, but the blossoms on the hydrangeas seem to last forever. Like this one, it's been there for probably 3 weeks. It's just now starting to fade. So I've done, a recent video on tomatoes. So you've seen all of these guys. There's my dwarf pomegranate getting some new growth. Dragon fruit is happy that I let him come outside for the summer. Oh, the roses, they were pretty yesterday. And it looks like the rain kind of knocked the petals off. But here's a couple. This is like a petite white rose. And there's one. There's a precious little one getting ready to open. The Japanese beetles have not been that bad, knock on wood, this year. But when I do see them, they're always on my roses. Got some shade stuff down in here too. Ferns, heuchera or corbel, the Persian shield. Isn't that pretty? There's some cranesbill and just lamb's ear. A couple different varieties of the heuchera. And you guys will see or have seen these giant tomatoes in my most recent tomato video. Looks like they came through the storm last night okay. Everybody looks intact. We still have wind. Looks like. Let's see how the fig trees are doing. They're doing okay. But there's only one fig up there. Oh, he's really moving in the wind. But only one fig. I've kept him alive for 3 years just for one fig. But that's okay. Okay, yeah. So green stalks in another video, and I do need to harvest that lettuce and eat it ASAP. I did keep the rose I got for Mother's Day, and it's starting to look happier now that I put it in the pot. Oops, I forgot to tie him up. He needs a better stick. So definitely need to get some more bamboo sticks if I go anywhere today. And you will notice I have a new plant. This was something I've been wanting for a few years. So when I saw it actually at the grocery store, this is a Mexican petunia. I went ahead and got it because I can take cuttings before first frost and use those cuttings for next year. Kind of like my African blue basil, I'll treat it the same, but it won't survive the winter probably. If it were to survive here in my 7B-ish location, it would die down to the ground and come back later in the spring if it's heavily insulated. I'm not sure yet how I'll handle that situation, but isn't it pretty? So pretty. Pretty. My blue girl rose recovered from having black spot, and then the Japanese beetles came in the last 2 weeks and really ate on it. But overall, it'll be fine. I just was kind of sad they took all my my pretty flowers, but that's okay. Okay, so blueberries are about ready to pick. I've already been picking on raspberries for quite a while. Maybe we'll get a fall flush. That would be awesome. And this strawberry, there's so many babies in here. I think I'm going to divide them up. And that's just from me taking a strawberry, eating most of it, and throwing what's left in the pot. And that way you get a lot of free plants. This is Seascape. I'm not even sure if I like that variety, but I am going to pot those up. And then, yeah, just tons of mint. I need to take care of that mint. Lots of mint. All the mint in containers needs to be taken care of. And this whole bed I need to redo because the voles have been running rampant through here. And then Tonto comes and he digs. And he digs. Like, this whole bed is just a complete mess. And he digs and he digs and he digs. Climbing roses are not super happy. When the trees fill in, they don't get as much sun, so they're not super happy. There's my baby Jeffrey's grave. So the blackberries are about ready for picking. And this method with the netting and the 2 trellises has worked out fairly well. I do see the deer sometime on the other side of the fence, trying to get some leaves. And then I see the squirrels trying to get in there to take the fruit. To watch where I'm walking. I did get the lilac repotted. So it's happy. It's happy. But I didn't weed this bed. But everyone's okay, especially after getting rain last night. Strawberries have kind of just puttered out here. And we have got, you'll see these plants in the tomato video, but look at this black creme. It's doing really, really well. I think it loves this location, which is kind of like part sun. Doesn't get sun all day. Oh, he's really moving in the wind, but I think he's okay. Hopefully my tie-up jobs will prove to be effective. This is a glacier tomato here. Ooh, I wonder if my netting's going to just blow away. Feels really nice. I love just standing here in the wind. Yeah, those blueberries are getting really close. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but you can take a sucker off an eggplant and get a whole new plant. And I may, because I didn't end up with that many eggplants this year. But it is getting late in the season, so if you're going to do it, this will be the time. More blueberries. Ooh, look at that petunia. The bees are really loving it. I really love that plant. I'm so glad I got it. Even though I shouldn't have. I really didn't need any more plants. Okay, so we've got some more tomatoes here. These got planted super late, but they do have some fruit. My rose here is no longer blooming, but it looks healthy and happy. The beans came up really well. And I had some super old parsnip seeds, and I was just like, let's soak them and just throw them in here and see what happens, because the radishes I put in here, they did not like the heat, and they were really growing super wonky, super fast. So I pulled those out, put the parsnips. I do have some nasturtium in here as well, but the beans are coming along. This bed really needs to get weeded. Has not been weeded this year. Had to focus on the front yard. And Caramel Rudbeckia. I'm really loving this plant. So pretty. The kohlrabis are coming along. They survived the leaf miner, only to be attacked by slugs. This looks like slugs. I could put some slug bait out today because we shouldn't get rain now for many days. You can see they're starting to kind of bulb up. I really do like the taste of kohlrabi. I didn't think I would like it, but I really, really like it. And then I've got some small pickling cucumbers growing here. I did throw a couple more seeds right in through here the other day. Then you can see Kenya's garden is doing well back there on her side. Uh-oh, I forgot to tie this guy up too. Darn it. I knew I was forgetting a few peppers. This is Powwow White Coneflower. Yeah, I need to go find some more sticks somewhere. Oh, this guy too. He got blown away in the wind, bent over. Still waiting on these seeds for the Swiss chard. This is just taking forever. I'm tempted just to pull this out I don't know if I can outlast him because it's really wild and messy. I put some tromboncino seeds here. I don't know if the roly-polies are going to eat them. This would be cute to have the tromboncino climb up this trellis. Cucumbers here need to get tied up. They've been neglected. And I've got a squash baby. Look, I've got a squash baby. So I'm going to succession plant squash in this bed like every 2 weeks. I'll do the same variety, maybe every 3 weeks. So I've got one coming up. That's Emerald Delight. It's a compact squash, just like a green zucchini. My green pepper bed, I finally got it tied up a couple nights ago. And I was a little late in doing it. You can see I topped a pepper. Actually, I broke off a couple different branches. So I took the tops and stuck them down in the soil, hoping that they might kind of act like a tomato. It's a little doubtful, but I'm hoping. And then here are some indeterminate tomatoes, big slicers. And yeah, if you watch my tomato video, you'll hear the story about this poor guy and a few other guys. I actually have pulled out 3.5 tomato plants already. Let's see, we've got some kind of pepper over there. I think it's a banana. Several tomatoes. There's Minnesota midget cantaloupe, and I put another seed right over there, but I don't see it. It should have. You can see the voils have been tunneling in my raised bed area, which is making me really angry. And I believe they were even up here in the actual raised up area, because I see a tunnel there. And there's a tunnel there. So they left the backyard, I guess because Tonto was, digging them up every time they tried to tunnel. I'm going to have to walk him around and let him dig up my whole front yard too, I guess. Look at how pretty this looks. This is lemon bergamot. I relocated it. I found it out in the front yard when I was doing some weeding. That's looking so pretty. I really love that. You can see I still haven't put the cypress mulch down on this side of the fence, but I will do that. I will. There's a bee on the berries crazy. Wonder what the bees think about the wind. So the cherry tomatoes are taking off and doing great. Whoa. I hope I don't get hit in the head with a branch. Some of these trees in Virginia get super tall and not the strongest, so they like to just break off a big branch. I had a neighbor get hit in the head once when she was walking, and she got like a concussion. Just fell on her head. It's pretty windy. Okay. This is the Sun Sugar. And I did have to pull out one of my Super Sweet 100s, and I put that little Berries Crazy that I had in my hospital section of reserve plants. He looks a little tiny. I don't know if he'll take off. And then this plant, I heavily cut off so much. It had early blight, but I don't know. It might make it, it might not. And I had to take out a plant over there, and that was the Moon Glow. And then I had one left of that same exact variety I put in its place. But if you watch the tomato video, you'll see that. You can see the watermelon back in there, starting to get a little growth going on to it. All right. We're gonna have to pause here, and then I'll pick back up in a little bit, because I'm still in my PJs. I don't want to run into the neighbors. And this is where we left off. It's a little later, several hours later. Yeah, this time has taken over the containers, and I think it's actually affecting the plants that I'm trying to grow in there. It's just hogging all the nutrition, so I really need to take the time to get the thyme relocated. And it didn't look like this a few months ago. It was just a teeny little sprig here and there, and they just took over. So I have to work on that. That is something I absolutely need to get done. Dragonfly. That's a pretty guy too. He's nice and pretty and blue. Okay, Ace 55 looks good. And we've got some things going on over here. I think I'll come and pick some peppers this afternoon when it gets nice and hot, because I ate a couple of tomatoes earlier, a couple hours ago, and they tasted like water. So I need to let them kind of dry out a little bit. Hardy hibiscus You can see during the drought, the heat, it really struggled. So I've got my little soaker hose, drip hose on them as well. I did have a tomato back there that I had to pull. That was a Mountain Princess. The peppers are starting to look better. These are supposed to be, yeah, these are California Wonder. I think I need to kind of move them a little bit though. I don't want all those peppers to get stuck in that. 2 of these are California Wonder. No. 2 are, yes. 2 are California Wonder. No, that's backwards again. So I've got 2 Carolina Wonder and 1 California Wonder. Kind of doing an experiment to see what I prefer. I'm giving the Carolina one more shot, but something happened. I think I dumped too much of something over here because they started growing really wonky. I'm going to say this is probably like an over-fertilization issue on my part. That guy had rock bottom a couple weeks ago, but I think I got him in line. So lots of flowers are fading. I need to do some cutbacks. Bee balm, snapdragons need to get cut back. I've got a little bitty Armenian cucumber coming up there. Some tomatoes. Poblano experiment here. I've got the seeds from Walmart comparing against the seeds from Botanical Interest. And at this very moment, all 3 plants look identical. There's 2 from Botanical Interest, 1 from Walmart. And I could not tell the difference if I had to. Got some dahlias coming up back there and some sunflowers. This is not Mountain Daisy. This is something else that the deer keep wanting to eat on. Another dahlia there. We're not going to focus a whole lot on this bed that goes straight all the way down to the road. It flanks the left of my driveway all the way down. It's completely planted because I've got a video I'm still working on that will be coming out pretty soon. And all of the milkweed has tumbled over in the storm. I noticed that earlier. So I'm going to have to dress in like long sleeve, long pants to get up here to get all that tied up and pulled up so I can actually walk back there. It will irritate your skin. I know that from experience because I got it in my eye once when I was saving the seeds. So got some coleus going here with my hellebore that I think I pruned it too much late winter, early spring, and or it got attacked by aphids. I think it'll be fine and come back, but it has really struggled and lost a lot of branches and stalks. Primrose is gone. He's dormant until winter. He'll bloom then. This is just a mess. I shouldn't even talk about it. I'm kind of embarrassed. These are all little things I've been finding as I've been cleaning up my beds in the front yard, and I need to get them either relocated or potted up. And what's probably going to happen is they're probably just going to sit here and die. But they were all volunteers and or cuttings. So this bed was a recent video. Got this whole area redone. I think it looks really well. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. It's definitely a lot of work, but it feels so much nicer. I love this. I think it's a white salvia. Let me look. I think I stuck the tag down in here. I did not grow it. I actually bought it. It was a 4-pack. Yes, Victoria White. A 4-pack for like $2.25. That was a really good deal. So I kind of put one here, one over there, and there's 2 in the backyard. But this one is in the ideal location because it's doing incredible compared to all the other 3. You can see I did hide a couple tomatoes in the front yard. So there are 2 here. Knockout rose replaced my old yellow rose that was diseased. Some chives down in there. Waiting on the seeds on these white irises. Dusty Miller is done. Just need to cut off the flower heads. It still looks pretty though. And my husband fixed the pump on this. It doesn't make that horrible noise anymore, but now it doesn't look too pretty. Oh wow. This is, what is that? Longevity, yes. Longevity spinach. It cannot take the cold, so I have to take cuttings right before our first frost. Or bring the whole thing in, which I put it into a gigantic planter, so it will be cuttings. Sweet potatoes, deer have been eating them non-stop. Loving my straw flowers. Love that sound. This is one of my favorite flowers. just because I can do this. I love that so much. Now, they didn't eat on this sweet potato for some reason. The front porch is looking good. Just some lemon thyme, 2 calendula, and some grosso lavender. My caladiums that I planted, at least one, well, actually two. Two are starting to sprout. Lemon verbena. Wishbone. Look at how cute. Looks like a little monster or dragon. The celosia is loving the front porch location. And we're not going to go into this bed. I worked on it in February, had it looking pretty good. Now it looks really kind of ratty. The deer keep coming up and eating on the roses. The only thing that looks stunning is the sunshine ligustum. It looks really pretty. You can see the spiderwort hanging down from the porch. All right, well, unfortunately, they are trimming trees. And I'll just try to talk louder. So we're not really going to look at this bed on the left. I need to work on it. And look at how gorgeous the petunias look with the sweet potato vine. Okay, this poor guy got spider mites. That's why he is relocated right there. I doubt if he'll recover. He's pretty well infected. This aster is just way too tall. I'm thinking about chopping it because my poor abelia back there does not get enough light, or my yarrow. Let's move over to this bed. I relocated some pineapple sage that I divided, and I planted that caladium, thinking that these elephant ears would be huge by now and it would get some shade, but that didn't happen. The cannas are coming along. These have not even thought about opening, but the gladiolus have been opening. And the wind, I think, broke a couple last night. Yes, they sure did. But they're so pretty. Have to try to stake them up or cut them and bring them in the house. The cosmos I relocated actually took to the relocation. They're really short. I think it's because I relocated them. Found this guy on clearance, so he's going to be here now. And if that red twig dogwood takes, there will be a red twig there as well. I'm going to try to show you the blazing star, but the bees do not like me over here. Every time I come over here, they chase me away. But look at the orange dahlia. So this is just dahlias, the blazing stars, zinnias. Yeah, they do not like me here for some reason. Even though I'm the one that planted all of these not too long ago, really. They're liking the coneflowers as well. The terracotta yarrow is about done. The hardy hibiscus, this is spice hardy hibiscus with a Japanese beetle on it. They're struggling this year. This is their third year. They're starting to look a little puny. They've definitely died off a bit. Ooh. Okay. Feverfew needs to get chopped immediately. Zebra grass has gotten absolutely gigantic. So the oregano is now all in flower. Looks like this dahlia has had many blooms, and I have not been deadheading. I should really come and do that. I feel bad. There's just not enough time to take care of everyone. The more they can take care of themselves, the better off they're going to be. Sea holly, beautiful, beautiful. Also an excellent deer repellent plant because they hate the smell of it. And look at what happened to my Shasta daisies. I think what I need to do is just cut them all the way down, let them regrow. They got way too tall on me. And I think a deer may have just laid there, but I'm not sure. More of that aster. Oh, look at those coneflowers. Red, orange straw flower. More yarrow, more aster. Coneflowers are so versatile. I just love them. They can take full sun. They can take some part sun. They can also take a little bit of shade, just a little, but very versatile. So we're back to this bed that I just worked on. This is one of my absolute favorite hardy hibiscus because it has this beautiful variegation in the leaf. It's got some pink in it, it's got white, and it's got the green. I don't like yellow variegation. I just like white or other colors. I don't know why. I know that's crazy. So my stargazer lilies have already bloomed, but there's some more to come here at the top. The flowers fade so quickly, but it is so stunning. Here's another one. And yeah, those are for my friend Kim, who passed away a couple years ago. I hope she likes them because it took me 2 years to get them to bloom. This is the first time they've bloomed. Watermelon's hiding down in there, a few other things. Pepper's hiding over here. And then pepper's not so well hidden. These Dyer's chamomile need to get cut back because they're really at their last leg. I've been pulling the larkspur out. This is a spider flower that I just relocated, and he did well. He took to that really well, and I relocated a few more, like that one and that one. So let's get back over here to the front because there was something I wanted to show you. I like this color too. Isn't that pretty? Now this year the deer have been eating all of these lucifer bulbs. Well, they've been eating the flowers, not the bulbs, and they're so stunning, and my hummingbirds love them, so it kind of made me mad that they're eating them. The African blue basil is taking off and getting big. I have to watch our walk. There's so many things out here trying to get me. Butterfly bush is huge, and I pruned it. It's probably 10 feet wide, 12 feet tall, and it is just stunning but huge. Here's some of the larkspur I've been pulling out. Now this African blue is not getting as much sun, so he is smaller, but I relocated my backyard in container pineapple sage that I had overwintered under my bay window, and I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to take to that. This is a Luna hibiscus. I had a hardy hibiscus in that pot. I think it died. And then we worked on this bed not long ago either, so I won't talk too much about it except to say, look, this is one of my other favorite hardy hibiscus. This is Midnight Madness, I think, or Midnight Marble. One of the two. I notice he's struggling a little bit this year too, so I don't know if I need to be doing something a little bit different when they get older. They're all about 3-4 years old at this point. Some are younger. Some I got on clearance, not this past winter, but the winter before. Bachelor button's about done, but we could be saving these seeds. Baptisia there looks horrible, and it hasn't grown hardly at all, so I'm not sure if it's going to make it. Zinnia. Planted a couple hollyhocks. Only 2 are partially, well, 1.5, 1.25. Somebody was eating them all, so there's not much I can do about all that. I do need to pick some peppers, though. I did harvest jalapenos. Okay, and then there's that front walkway again. I need to weed eat and put some more mulch, but it's pretty much done. And this is an example of how hot it's been. This sea holly in the last 2 weeks with all our heat, it just burned up. Now these two probably going to be okay, but this one, he was just like, I just can't take it. It's just too hot. And I understand. I totally understand. All these coleus I relocated, they're probably actually getting way too much sun. Everything looks totally different right here. So much more cleaned up. I relocated my little fox. It's like a guardian fox. It's from my aunt who has passed away. And I did plant some nasturtiums in this pot yesterday, so it's going to be a bit. And then over here to the bed I'm currently working on. It's going to take a bit. This is a huge job. I did get the front part done. Relocated some of the balsam that will self-seed itself for the rest of eternity. And then after I cleaned up this bed and mulched, a lot of volunteers started coming up. So I've got zinnia, I've got marigold, and then I'm going to leave the Sweet William all in here. I found this guy on clearance, so he's going to take up this whole corner. He's about an 8x8 plant, 8 foot by 6 foot, something like that. So he'll take up the whole corner, so I don't have to do anything anymore. Let's see, I got a flowering carrot. I sprinkled some verbena seeds a couple years ago. This is the one that gets like 4 or 5 feet tall. And, well, they finally bloomed. They're not looking so pretty right now because they're almost done. But they'll drop their seeds, so hopefully I'll have a whole bunch more come up here. And then, well, we can't even get in here until we take care of that milkweed. I did relocate a rosemary. See that big rosemary? There's another one now to the right. I'm hoping that'll block the deer from coming up in here. Okay, we're going to go up by the driveway. Looks like I planted some of the lucifer bulbs here too. But look at all of this crepe myrtle suckering. Like there's a whole tree right there. I've already dug up 3 or 4 when I was working on the front of that bed. And the milkweed is just, I don't know, 6 foot tall. Taller than me. Some more gladolias back here. These are like a tomato red color. And I think these are just like the ditch lilies. Is that what they call them? Ditch lilies. And I don't even know if I planted them or if they just kind of showed up on their own. Because I do normally have some Asiatic lilies over in this area, but they've already bloomed. My holy basil. Now I tried putting my gomphrena here again this year, and I don't think I like it here. This is the second year in a row I've tried it, and it could prove me wrong by this season's end, but there's so many weeds here. You can see I started trying. The other day I pulled one line. I need to get out here and pull all of these horrible weeds, and maybe the gomphrena will have a chance. Got a silver slicer coming up here. Oh, and let me put a picture right here of this hardy hibiscus because I also really love this one. It's so gorgeous. Isn't it beautiful? And then back in here I've got some planters that have peppers. A couple different varieties. And I totally have not tied them up one bit, and I need to do that immediately. Really pressing my luck with that. Then you can see, ooh, something just moved over there. You can see how the milkweed that was, 6-7 feet tall has moved over and blocked my path. And so has the zebra grass. I think the wind really whipped it around last night. This one looks good, but I need to do some trimming on it or tie it up with some kind of giant bungee cord or something. And some vinca. It's kind of tucked in here. My little planter I use so my garden hose doesn't move into the plants back there. There actually are plants back there, you just can't see them. And there's some lemongrass back there, the dahlia, and we're kind of getting back to where we were earlier with the raised bed areas. And let's see if I can get up here. Yeah, oh, almost tripped. So that's it, I'm back here. I will talk to you guys soon, and hope you'll come back for the July tour. Hopefully things will be looking good then, and I'll have plenty of tomatoes. Talk to you soon. Bye.